clear first. To be clear, we are not upset with the individuals who are being allowed to cross the borders into America. Let me make that very clear because people get it confused. We are, however, outraged with the government's response and our elected officials' blatant disregard to the local crisis Black families and children are facing now in our city. It is disingenuous and highly disrespectful to come into neighborhoods that have suffered decades of disinvestment, redlining, poverty, and violence to tell them you're taking resources away only to give it to another group of people that you allowed to cross the border illegally. How dare you put these poor people against us, especially because the very reason you claim they're here to seek asylum is the same reason and terror and injustice Black people face today. Chicago is working on an issue without addressing the current issue that it has with the communities that are suffering. And we're seeing resources fly out to help, but we're not getting that same type of support at the magnitude we're seeing now. And to expect us to foot the bill and hand over our already limited resources, public parks and school buildings that have been unjustly closed in the first place. Now you're putting a strain on our police officers and stations, obstructing their ability to do their jobs, serve our community, and our community to go into police stations to receive services. In addition, it's inhumane to welcome people only to have them sleeping on floors in buildings and in tents that cannot withstand the wind of Chicago. Brandon Johnson ran on the promise that he would listen to our community. And in the beginning of this crisis stated that he would not re-traumatize those communities that are still suffering from the impact of school closing, redline, and violence. We are here today demanding that the city of Chicago and Brandon Johnson stop disrupting park programs, taking away from our children and families that depend on those services.
Right? They get that, right? You know about the tourists? The tourists, what they do to Native Americans? They're doing the same thing again. They're doing the same thing again, bro. They're illegal, right? They're illegal. Right now, Brandon Johnson and the Democrats are criminals. You're locking up guys from smoking and drugs and trafficking people across the thing. The bad government's doing it right now.
Right.
We're going to sue the bosses. We're going to sue the Democrats as civilians because they're supposed to be agents representing the people they voted for. They're agents. I'm a sports agent. If I don't have represent my clients, they fire me. It's time to fire. Don't let the Democrats have that stupid convention here next year. Enough's enough. All I see, right, is the citizens of Chicago marching to the gas chamber. Ever since these scumbags came across the border. Ever since these European scumbags came across the border.
Come on with it.
And the West Side, we are standing together, united. This is something that you've never seen before in this city. The South Side and the West Side come together for a common cause. I'm standing here tonight with buyer's remorse because I supported Mayor Brandon Johnson. I feel like a fool right now. I feel like a plum fool. But I tell you what, it's okay. Because as I said last night, you can slap us in the face by ignoring us today, but we are punching you in the face by ignoring you at the polling places tomorrow. We will not be disrespected. Now you think about this. I come from the same neighborhood that Mayor Johnson says he comes from. And you mean to tell me that you don't respect us enough to come and sit down with us and have a conversation? It's unacceptable. But that's okay, you see, because what you have done is you have caused us to rise up. You have caused us to come together. You have caused guarantee you, you haven't seen us. You haven't seen the monster that you have created. But we thank you. We thank you because for years and years and years, we have been trying to unite our communities. So we thank you, Brandon Johnson, because you've just done that. You may not thank us tomorrow, but I promise you, you're going to remember these people here. We will not be defeated. We will not be bamboozled. We will not be disrespected.